Good morning. Adele Anderson from fulfillyourdestiny.ca coming to you live on Facebook from Destiny Getaways located on the Sunshine Coast of British Columbia in Canada. And today I'm talking about self-actualization, which is part of our natural psychological evolution. If you've been listening to my previous talks, the previous one was transformation, which everyone's looking for, and we're all sort of wondering how to get there faster. But it's a process that's very natural to the human psyche and human mind. So it's good to take your time moving through them and following your bliss. So if we jump or leap into something that doesn't quite suit us, we always end back at a stop point in our life, an interruption or something that causes us to question what we're doing. And so that is a little bit about what today's talk is about. I'm going to step away from the camera so you can enjoy the view, and we'll talk about self-actualization. All right, enjoy. So what is self-actualization? Well, if you follow the Barrett Institute's model for the human hierarchy of needs, which was originally based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then self-actualization is defined as a phase of our psychology that follows transformation. And why is it important that we self-actualize in our life journey? Well, self-actualization allows us to experience life with a deeper sense of internal satisfaction. I think everything that we're looking for as human beings is to try to calm that inner discomfort of feeling unsettled, stressed, dissatisfied with where we are, and always searching for what will make us happy. So during this phase of self-actualization, it means that we're becoming more passionate about the things that are really important to us. And that makes us align with our true core values. So core values are an essential part of the human makeup. And those are the things that are what I call the non-negotiables. You either are or you're not. So when we align with what we are, then the I'm not stuff falls away. And unfortunately, so many of us compromise our non-negotiables, and then we go into jobs or into situations that we don't really feel fit us. And that would be the idea of not aligning with your core values. So as we enter this phase, which it's only a phase, so if you're not enjoying the phase you're in, there's another phase coming. It's just a phase. We are usually in our midlife age group. Some people have moved into it sooner, depending on their upbringing and their situation, their stability at home, have found their niche sooner. But for the most part, we move into this part of our evolution in our midlife cycle. And it's most likely that we've experienced several trials of what we want to do with our life and then decided this is not for me, don't like it, I don't want to stay in this situation. And so then we take another road. We make a big change in our life. And I feel that many people go through their midlife crisis at this point. So if you've just gone out and bought a red sports car, then you're probably just going through a phase, and the red sports car is not going to feel so great in another couple weeks, or maybe after the sunny weather has passed. And then you'll again be back into this feeling of what am I meant to do with my life. So when we truly understand what we're passionate about, then we become purposeful in our journey. And this leads us to a sense of satisfaction, a deep inner sense of peace, of knowing that we're doing the right thing for ourselves at the right time and that we're on the right road. So by this time in life, we've experienced a fair amount of joy and a fair amount of sorrow. we know both sides of the coin. But what we really are searching for is the vision for our future. So we need to get there by finding out our values and our passions, and then we move towards this vision that we want for ourselves. And that's pretty cool. So if you've reached this phase, like many of us, then you're starting to feel like life is coming around, like everything is falling into place, and that you're feeling a pretty good sense of happiness. If you're, and then you can feel interested that maybe some people will never get here. Some people are not searching for that, and they're in that race of keeping up with the Joneses. They're buying a lot of stuff and trying to get their satisfaction through material means rather than through fulfilling the inner needs of the heart. So how do we get clear or understand the phase that we're currently in? So if you're questioning if you're in the right place, then probably you're not here. You're not in self-actualization yet. Possibly you're moving into transformation, or the things that hold us back are that we don't have a clear vision for our future, that we still have quite a few what we call deficiencies in the lower phases of our evolution. So phase 1, 2, and 3 are survival mentality. So when we're very young, when we're born, we're in survival, we're dependent on other people. And we can drop back into this phase if we've lost our job or our house is compromised, and we're not feeling like our security is in a good place. We could be in a deficiency state in our second phase of evolution, which is relationships. If our relationship status has changed, maybe we've left a marriage or a long-standing relationship and we're feeling that we're lacking a sense of belonging, or that we don't feel loved in our world. So this can send people again into a bit of a tailspin, and we're not quite ourselves. I'm sure many of you have experienced that. I know I have, where you just feel like you're out of sorts. You're not secure in your relationship realm. And then those two things affect our third stage of evolution, which is our self-esteem and our self-worth. So if our cage has been rattled, interesting choice of words, we may feel a bit vulnerable. And when we feel vulnerable, then we don't move forward in our lives. So these are the stages where we have to go back and figure out where we're not having internal stability, and then learn to master those so that we can springboard forward into our transformation and into our self-actualization. So some of the things that you might notice if you're not quite here is that you don't feel satisfied inside. You might have a little bit of discontent with the work that you're doing or the life that you have created for yourself. And one of the fastest ways I find of knowing if I'm aligned is if I'm passionate about the work that I'm doing. So if you're in a job that you're really passionate about, then you're going to be moving forward more quickly than someone who is in a job that they're really dissatisfied with. And the other way is if you're feeling stress. If you're feeling stress within your life, then you're probably not aligned with your core, and you're probably struggling a little bit with the vision for your future, because we feel the stress of our work. So when our work is easy, when we have passion for what we do, the stress is less noticeable or it's non-existent. So these are the things that you can experience to notice whereabouts you are in your natural psychological evolution. And then there's a few options to move yourself forward. So you can do a lot of self-study. There's lots of great books out there. Or you can actually have somebody assist you through the process, which is a lot faster than doing it on your own. So when you're working with somebody, they create an internal assessment about your deficiencies. We analyze where you're at in your phases of evolution. And then we go through a process of actually mastering this process. And from there, we can move forward and find the vision that is your true essence, your brilliance, your strengths, your true gift. And you have it. You just need to align with it. So with actionable steps, you can move towards your passion and towards your vision. And stay true to yourself. So that's the biggest thing, so that you will be happier and more satisfied with your life. And hopefully that's a client calling me right this very moment. So I'm going to sign off for the day, and I hope to be speaking with you in person soon. Enjoy this beautiful day.